Hello friends, I'm Urvashi. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to be talking about the transit of Jupiter in the nakshatra of Jyeshtha, which is going to be happening from the 27th of December 2018 to the beginning of November 2019. So this is a long transit of Jupiter in one nakshatra. And so this makes it a very important transit. The energy is extremely important. We've already done Jupiter in Scorpio. I'm going to give that link at the end of this video. If you haven't watched that, I suggest you do. And well, in this video we're specifically talking about the nakshatra, the energy that we can expect in this nakshatra. So before I start, for all those who haven't subscribed, remember to subscribe, remember to tap the bell icon. The subscription button is right here somewhere. Remember to do that, because only then will you receive any kind of a notification for any uploads that I do, otherwise you will miss out. So fine, let's talk about Jupiter in the nakshatra of Jyeshtha. So let's see, what does Jyeshtha mean? And why is Jupiter going to be in Jyeshtha for so long? Well, Jupiter is going to be in Jyeshtha. Jupiter is transiting very fast through the zodiac of Scorpio, and Jupiter is quickly going to go through the three nakshatras of Scorpio, and then going to enter Sagittarius very quickly. It's going to Mool, and then it's going to come back and be in Scorpio again, and then it's going to go direct again. So there's this long transit because of the fast motion, and then there's the retrogression, and then it goes again through the nakshatra. So this is a long transit in Jyeshtha. And yes, so it's going to go through this these two nakshatras, and these both are the Gandmul nakshatras, both Mula and Jyeshtha Gandmula nakshatras, because this is where Scorpio is a watery sign. The next sign is Sagittarius, which is a fiery sign, and these two nakshatras which fall in that division between Scorpio and Sagittarius, those two nakshatras, Mula and Jyeshtha, become Gandmul nakshatras, and especially the last pada of Jyeshtha and the first pada of Mula are the Gandmul, really Gandmul areas, and also called the Gandanta areas. So yes, it's an important transit. We'll do that later in later video. Today we're just discussing the general energy of Jyeshtha and what is Jyeshtha. So well, Jyeshtha means the eldest one, Jyeshtha. So Jyeshtha has the energy, people born under the sign of Jyeshtha have the energy of always wanting to be on top of things, always wanting to be ahead of something. They in Jyeshtha nakshatra, whatever planet comes in this nakshatra of Jyeshtha will get that energy of being a leader, of wanting to lead. Being a subordinate is not something one is comfortable. Anybody who is born in a Jyeshtha nakshatra will not be comfortable then being a subordinate. If your moon is in Jyeshtha, you will not feel very comfortable being a subordinate. You would want to lead. You would want to be the head of things. You want to always dominate, control, guide. The deity of Jyeshtha is Indra, and Indra is the god of victory, conquest, war, success, achievement, and that is what is the energy of Jyeshtha. Jyeshtha is a slightly difficult nakshatra for two reasons. Firstly, it is in the sign of Mars, but it is ruled by Mercury. So Mars and Mercury, of course, are not friends, they are enemies, and because of this makes it a difficult nakshatra, slightly difficult nakshatra. Jyeshtha nakshatra has the energy, the sign of Scorpio in fact has the energy of research work, of deep study, of studying, of going deep into research, studies such as occult or any kind of mysteries or things of the past. But Jyeshtha, the nakshatra Jyeshtha especially has this quality. People born in the nakshatra of Jyeshtha people who have the moon sign would naturally be inclined to such studies, to such research work, to the occult. And now with Jupiter being posited there, all our interests towards this line is going to increase as well. And all our interests, our inclinations are going to be towards success, because Jyeshtha is a very success-oriented nakshatra ruled by Indra. When a planet comes in Jyeshtha, an important planet like Jupiter, we would be totally, focused towards success. We would want to achieve, we would want to be the best, we would be completely image conscious. To maintain that image, sometimes we would be inclined to go to any extent. And we would want to be on the top, simple as that. We would not want to be subordinating somebody. We would want to be commanding. We would want to be heading. We would want to be dominating and telling. We would be extremely image conscious. Whatever the image we have in mind, whatever we have in mind, whatever we want to achieve. It's a very focused towards success kind of a nakshatra. But it has this dominating quality that sometimes makes one egoistic in this nakshatra. One can become egoistic. So when we're doing a matchmaking, it's really bad if two Jyeshtha people get together, because both of them would want to be heading the situation, would want to be heading the alliance. And imagine if two people want to head, what happens? We have two heads that can't be managed. So yes, if you are working somewhere, if you are in service, and right now, like Jupiter comes in Jyeshtha, and let's suppose you're running a Jupiter Dasha, and Jupiter also rules your 10th house or your ascendant. It will rule the way you work professionally, or you expect professional results, and you would want to be on the top of things. Then there could be a clash with your boss, or there could be a clash with your spouse if you're a Jyeshtha ascendant right now. And Jupiter is back in Jyeshtha. There would be the strong energy to rule, to dominate, to control, to have that image, to expect others to look up to you, to be number one. That is what Jyeshtha is about. It's great. It's a great energy to strive for that number one position. But not getting that number one position can sometimes bring this, negative side to the forefront, can bring an attitude of dominance, control, too much control and dominance over somebody. And it can bring a lot of frustration as well. So that's something we need to be aware of. And this is a long transit of Jupiter. It's almost 1 year, right from the end of December to the beginning of November next year. So about 10 great months of this Jyeshtha energy, of being at the top, of wanting to be at the top, and the energy is there behind you, backing you, giving you that push to be that number one, whatever you want to be. And just beware of the negative sides of Jyeshtha. So if we do not get that top position, if we do not get that recognition, if we do not come up to that image that we have in mind, if we do not come up to that level, sometimes there can be an element of jealousy. If somebody else is number one, the jealousy factor can pop in quite a bit, and we can start feeling like that. And there is also the negative side of Jyeshtha is getting vindictive, wanting to take revenge. If you're competing with somebody and you're not able to be number one right now, then you may have that thought also of being vindictive, of taking revenge. So these are the negative sides to Jyeshtha. But for success, for having that proper, will, for having that push, for having that inclination, especially if Jupiter is posited in one of those houses where it directly impacts your ascendant. If it's aspecting your ascendant, so it's in one of the Kendra houses, and now Jupiter in Jyeshtha, it is going to give you that energy, that backing, that push to excel, to be number one. But just beware of the negatives of this transit. So that's all for now. We'll see you in the next video. I'm going to give you a link at the end of this video where Jupiter's transit in Scorpio has already been discussed by me. This is a very, very small video about this energy in Jyeshtha. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.